Alrighty, so this is the last lesson for this module 9.5 congruent figures, and that's your standard. And again, your objective is to be able to use transformations to verify that two figures are congruent, again with 100% accuracy given the practice problems. Congruent basically means when two figures have the same shape and size, so they have to have the same shape and the same size. They don't have to be facing the same way, so they don't have to have the same orientation, and they do not have to be in the same location. So again, and we're able to figure if one figure is congruent to the other by obtaining it from different transformations, including translations, reflections, and rotations. So if you were to go from one figure to the other one by just doing a translation, by moving it, sliding it up, down, or the sides, or if you're able to just mirror, reflect it, or rotate it, turn it, then you know that the two figures are congruent. Okay, so again, how do we know if the figures are congruent? You can look at your book from 305 and 307. You'll see different sequences there, but basically you either follow or identify a sequence of transformations to be able to check if they're congruent. And again, congruence means that they have the same shape and the same size. So let me give you some examples, and I'll give you some to do. Okay, so this is the first example that I'm gonna show you, and we are trying to see if these two figures are congruent. So we're gonna say yes or no, and then why. So the question is, are they the same shape and the same size? So let's do that. I'm gonna mark this right here. You can barely see it. Okay, and I'm gonna check to see the same right here. And the answer is yes. So what did I do to it? I rotated it 90 degrees clockwise, and I'm able to get to that. So that will be the sequence for that one. Let's do another one really quick. That using my patty paper, are those two congruent? They kind of look the same size, they kind of look the same shape. So just to verify, I can even go here, and check it here. And it is. So what sequence did I use? I can say that I did a reflection across the y-axis. So I went like this, correct? So that was my reflection, and then I did a translation, okay? So from here I went down 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will be a reflection across the y-axis, and that will be a translation 1, 2, 3, 4 units down, and then 2 units to the left, okay? So again, the sequence that I followed to find those are congruent, I did a reflection across the x-axis, and I did a translation 4 units down, 2 to the left. Okay, so that will be another one that you can check. Again, you can right away tell, like if I had something like that. I mean, just by looking at it, you can tell that those are not congruent. They're not. They look the same size. I mean, the same shape, but they're not the same size. So those are not congruent at all. Because even if I were to do a reflection and then a translation, there's no way I'm gonna end up with that figure. Okay. So that's basically what we have to do. Let me give you one to do, and then we'll call it a day. Okay. So for this one, tell me if they are congruent. Yes or no, and why? Okay, tell me those two shapes are congruent, and then yes, no, if they're not, why, and if they are, what sequence do you follow to go from this pre-image to this image right here? Alrighty? God bless you. Bye. You got this.